Hey, what's up guys? Today we are painting some Dark Angels. Here you can see we are priming the miniatures and yeah. In all seriousness, I have no clue what this background noise is, but it goes on for like a while. Okay, so today we are painting the people I have primed, which I don't think I picked, yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is something called, what's it called? Something called slap chop, because I am not skilled enough to paint these that well. So yeah. So what you're gonna want to do is grab a paper towel. Give me like a minute. I've arrived with a paper towel. Okay, so what you want to do is give me a second. Get your dry brush damp, okay? And then you're going to want to take your color, which I'm using the white scar layer. You're going to want to get the paint on the brush, and then you're going to wipe off the excess. I did this in the wrong order. Okay. I'm supposed to be using the gray right now, but I accidentally got the white. Okay, so we're gonna close this back up. Then we're gonna take the gray. You're gonna want to make sure that it's damp but not like wet. And take your color. So you got some of it on there. And then you're going to take your paper towel or rock or something, and you're just going to wipe off the excess. And then it should apply neatly. And just take this and just go. I have way too much, never mind. Okay. It's too wet. Crap. That's a predicament. Well, we've already started, we might as well just continue. You're just gonna dry brush with your color of choice, which I'm using gray. As you can see, it just flows on easily. You're gonna cover every single thing, not completely. As you can see, we have a nice like layer of like a grayish blue. Right? If you can see that, it's no longer just like the pure black like these guys. Like, I'm gonna hold them up for comparison. Like, look, there's more color to them. Oh, but you're not. I'm gonna try and get some of this paint off. Some of the paint off so it doesn't ruin the brush. I'm gonna grab my smaller dry brush. We're gonna dampen it again. Might have gotten too much water this time again, but no biggie. So just like the last one, you're gonna get your white. You're gonna wipe off a lot of it. I'm testing it on my finger, as you can see. So my finger's going to turn up a little bit white. Well, more white than it already is. Okay, I think that's right. And you just like you do it a little bit more sparingly. I know I'm not doing a great job, but I think I have too much white. But as you can see, it looks, it's okay. It's not the best. I have a slap chop miniature that looks better than this, but I messed up. This guy. But just as Bob Ross used to say, happy little accidents. He'll just have a brighter future than the rest. Get it? Because he's brighter. See, we look a little chalky, kind of like a stone. See what it does to the base? Makes the base kind of look like a stone. That's what you want. So after you do that, you're going to get a brush with a biggish thing. I'm going to use I forgot my big brush, crap. I'm gonna use this Citadel Shade brush. Alright. Dip it in some water. While I dip it, and again, get a little damp. You're going to take your shade, which I'm using your contrast. See, I have my Dark Angels contrast. I'm just gonna brush it on. And you're going to also get a second brush. It's damp. To just absorb some of the excess. But don't you see? His two polygons look pretty good. Let's do his backpack. I am just starting to like do painting, so I will actually paint details and stuff once I get better. But I want to make sure that they look good, so I'm doing something that I've learned makes them look pretty good fast. You're going to get more when it starts to run out. So as you can see, we're just adding detail. See what green that is? Gives us a nice Dark Angels green. Okay. Still working on this guy. Put way too much contrast down. Stick that back in the pot of water. I forgot the one simple rule about when you're doing shit when you're using contrast. Don't go over places twice because it starts to make it look weird. Like if you look at the polygon, I went over it twice. Right here, I went over twice. You can see the brush strokes and stuff. You just want. I'm gonna switch my brush out actually. So I just found a bigger one. Dip. Oh, that's a hard brush. I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, no, this is not gonna work. Yeah, no. Does this drip? Oh, jeez. That's like black. Ooh, I messed up. You don't need to see the details on his face, right? Don't worry, guys. He'll turn out perfect. Don't worry. As soon as I see for myself. Oh my gosh, my water's already completely green. It's already been 14 minutes. Oy. Yeah, that's a slap chop of miniature. Since I already have these paints out, I'm gonna go ahead and do this to the, slap chop the rest of them, because I have 4 more. Then we'll start painting them more. Okay. How is this still wet? I know you can't feel it, but and you can't hear it, but it is extremely wet. I smell something. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm trying. I'm gonna wash this. If I'm mistaken, these specific models are from the Blood Angels Combat Patrol. Jokes on the Blood Angels. They don't got a Primarch. I honestly am really sad about Sanguinius. That looks good. Okay, so that's what this guy looks like so far. Still drying because I put too much contrast on his head and stuff. But look, it's extremely fast, as you can see. I'm going through these guys extremely fast. Again, I'll make it better. I'll like improve on it. I'm not gonna do slap chop for when I paint Lionel Johnson or my knight or anything like that. Or my Hobroot. I'm gonna honestly restart my Hobroot. He looks really bad, honestly. Doesn't even make the paint that I used for his flesh anymore. I checked it. I got it like 5 days before it was discontinued. Man, I love Dr. Pepper. Okay. What should I talk about like this? I don't want to talk about lore because that's gonna bore people, and also people who don't know the lore and are just watching this for no reason other than, oh look, a painting video, which probably won't happen since no one watches my videos. So why would someone who just looks at painting find this? You know what? I'm gonna talk about people who inspired me. Honestly, there's only one YouTuber who truly inspired me to start making videos. And it's one named, Ginger Woman. That's a lot of paint. If you're wondering what paint I'm using currently, I'm using the layer Dark Reaper, White Scar, and the Dark Angels Green Contrast, all by Citadel. I want to, yeah, Ginger Woman inspired, oh yeah, I forgot I was talking about Ginger Woman, the YouTuber, inspired me to start making videos again. Well, you see, she, honestly, you can tell she's really nice. She actually talks to her like, viewers and stuff, which I don't, but that's because I don't have any. Chainsword, Chainsword, go from. Well, this diamond. Look how great that is. Like, I need to use soap to wash this out. I'll see it as soon as I'm done with this. Again, I gotta dampen this. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Yeah, she inspired me because she's really nice. She's polite. You can tell she's nice. You can tell she's polite, not just doing it for the camera. She actually has reasons to want to do it, which, yeah, like, she all around she just seems like a good person, which this world needs more of. Oh, that is way too much. Go for it. Yeah. Doesn't it look like stone partially? Wait, what was I talking about earlier? She's really nice, polite, calm. She can sing. Honestly, really well for without having time to warm up. It's really funny. There we go. Look at that. It looks so good. Now this is what it's supposed to end up looking like a stone. Okay, next guy. I realize a factory line. Look at that, doesn't it look good? But yeah, I'm thinking about painting her. This is gonna sound really weird. I'm thinking about painting her because she motivated me. As a kind of like a memento to remember that she's the one that motivated me to start making videos again. Painting her as a model, but I don't know what to paint her as. I can't get the wing. Anyway, I think that actually looks pretty good. I think this one looks better than the last one. Boom. Look at that. 2 Dark Angels. 2 statues of Dark Angels. They'll be Dark Angels soon enough. I don't know how to do transfers, which is bad. Man, look at my pan. It's all like covered in paint already. There we go. You know what, we still need to paint older, never mind. But yeah, I asked her what model she wanted to be, and as someone who makes Minecraft videos, her response was Warhammer? And I'm like, oh yeah. Of course she's not gonna know what that is. So it's either like, just more models. And she's like, I asked her, can I send you the link to the Warhammer website? She said, I don't accept links, so I had to message her with a video going through all the Adeptus Sororitas models, since I'm too lazy to paint her as a Space Marine. Because I would have to probably use a 3D printer to get the hair right. I don't know why more people don't use Slapshot to make statues. Like, it's the perfect thing for statues. Like, look, I'm gonna color his weapons. I'm gonna color over it, but after I'm done. But like, look, doesn't that look like a statue? Pew, 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 pew. Repent, for tomorrow you die. Dreadnought mode activated. Imagine like a Warhammer game where you're a Space Marine, and a kill streak is you activate it, and it's a kill streak that effectively only activates after you die. But like once you die after you activate it, you get dreadnoughted. Just become a dreadnought. That'd be so interesting. Kind of like the nuke in COD, except you have to die to use it. And instead of being able to be healed by a medic, you have to be healed by an engineer, aka a tech marine. I think that's right now. Okay. Guys, man, it's white. I was about to make a joke, but I don't want to. Yeah, this one's not gonna turn out well. Speedrunning. But in all seriousness, make sure you subscribe to Ginger Woman. She's a good bird. She's a good YouTuber. She's a good Minecraft YouTuber. Something there's not a lot of anymore. Look. Oh no, the water's actually starting to dye the brushes. Oh no, I got out the water on the table. Everything that could go wrong is going wrong. This is not good. Dab out the water. That's what the instructions say to clean these. And then leave to dry. Okay. Now, where's my brush? There it is. Okay. You ready to watch me make some dark angels look dark angel-y? Okay. Small spots. Don't cover spots you've already painted. Okay, did not get the paint on my sleeve like I thought I did. Oh crap, that's out of frame. Oh, we're on to Dark Angels contrast now. Look at that. That's all a Dark Angels needs. Singular arm. Single Space Marine should not, especially if they're not a blueberry, is not going to be able to survive a certain amount of time by themselves. Helmetless Ultramarine, immortal. Especially if they're named. Named old Helmetless Ultramarine, not dying. Now, Dante is the only other Space Marine that is not dying. Bro just wants to die. But his dad says no. I have way too many armies, honestly. 3. In 2 years I've been doing this. Haven't even painted either, like fully painted either of them. Any of them. Started a Krieg army, probably the worst idea I've ever had. All because my brother bought me a Christmas gift. Then I read an actual Krieg book and I'm like, oh my gosh. This is the exact opposite of the meme lore. I prefer this lore more than the meme lore. Because like full charging a Chaos Space Marine with a shovel. A normal Kriegsman is what the meme says, is that they can kill him with a shovel. In the lore, there were multiple named Kriegsmen who fought them with swords, not e-tools, swords. And their swords shattered on impact with the Space Marine's armor. And they proceeded to get their heads lobbed off. Because in Krieg culture, they don't care about their own lives. Krieg Commissar is also learning in Krieg. It's funny. Also, the jokes about them being suicidal and will just charge into stuff. Yes, they'll do that. They'll do it to take any amount of ground. But they want their death to matter. They don't want to just charge in and gain and lose ground. They want to do a strategic charge, and they shell like fortified areas, so they have to stay inside their fortifications, and they also damage the fortifications, thus leaving them the enemies exposed, hidden, scared, shell shocked, and then the Krieg will charge because, well, they want their deaths to matter, because in death they atone, yada yada yada. honestly probably one of my favorite books is Siege of Vrax, a Krieg novel. The one that's specifically just Krieg. For the sole reason of, it tells you the story of a Kriegsman who learns to value his life. And then he gets taken from the Kriegsman and joins the Inquisition, but, you know, yeah. Also, have you guys ever heard of Sly Marbo? His name's just Rambo, spelled backwards. First Inquisitor as well, was just, like, Obi-Wan, Sherlock, Clouseau, if I'm not mistaken. Look at that. He actually looks so good. Can't wait to see how this guy and this guy turn out. These two with the best ones. Now we'll give you time to dry. Let's see how this guy looks so far. Not fully dry, but he does look pretty good. We'll do those two last, since they are the best looking. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. Get some contrast. I almost knocked over my contrast. That would have ruined the chair I'm sitting in. Oh, I didn't want this video to be long, but I guess it's going. Okay, I know I said I'd, like, paint their weapons and stuff. I'll do that next video. Dude, my gaming channel is so bad. I joined the S&P based on lifesteal. I'm like, this looks interesting. Made the application, didn't get accepted for season 1. Something happened in season 1, got taken down. One of the rules literally says don't mention season 1 or else you get banned. I'm like, so I was so confused. I was like, what? Don't even ask about it. What? Don't even ask about this rule. Can I get some context to rule number 25? I don't remember what number it is, but it was one of the rules. The last rule was just all caps. Don't mention it. Don't mention season 1. Thing is, season 1 came out on a Friday. The next day, I got a notification in Discord. Season 1 was over. Season 1.5 was starting. I'm like, what happened? Yeah. Dude, I lost everything in the season 1.5. In season 1.5, at the beginning, got a nether portal. Went through it after I got told that the nether was open. Didn't work. Mod came over, gave me some stuff to pay it back for me losing everything. Oh crap. Boom. Don't you just love off-camera painting? You see, it's like what Minecraft YouTubers do, but, you know, painting. Honestly, I do apologize about that. My camera is, like, set there. Well, there's, like, an entire, like, 3/4 left of this little mat. I'm sitting in the middle of the mat, so like, yeah, I'm trying to. It's really difficult, honestly. This guy I have to be really careful about since this guy came out so well with the slap chop. We're gonna go one part at a time. First, the pauldron. Okay. So far, so good. Next pauldron. Oh yeah, this is the guy calling for backup. You have a little diorama in my room. This guy's hiding behind a Lego something. No, he's hiding behind an actual rhino. Actual Warhammer 40k rhino. Calling for backup. Next guy. It smells like rubber or something. Can't tell what the smell is, but it's still there. So if this video reaches an hour long, I'm going to have to stop it once I finish. Because I also have another part I need to add to it. It's probably like 1 a.m. now. I got some on my finger. That actually is a dye. Oh my gosh. My hand's green now. And I'll give some time to dry, and then I'll show you all the final product. These are the final products. As you can see, came out pretty well. Like this guy swinging his chainsaw going brrr. This guy going pew 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 pew. This guy's just going pew 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 pew. I think they came out pretty well. This guy going grenade with his grenade launcher going pow 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 pow. Again, this guy came out pretty well. Yeah. I think this guy came out really well. Him calling back up, going like, "Run or heavy fire! Run or heavy fire! Requesting assistance." You have this guy who I think honestly, I think this guy came out the best. He's like running with his gun out. Yeah, I think all of them came out pretty well.